Greetings, tubulars and tubulesses. Let's do a cab chat, why don't we? This is a TR7 that I bought last month. I already named it. Excuse me. Let's see if we can get inside this little wedge thing. Oh. Ow! It closed on my blooming leg. Ugh. That'll count again, yeah. Hang the. Hold your nose. There. That better? I think it's still got a little snot on it. Today I put a fuse box in this thing and took the old one out. It's all loose and goober gobbler and stuff, which ain't very much. And somebody put a bunch of American fuses in it. British fuses are smaller and rated at what they run on instead of rated at what they blow at. So you got to be careful when you try to cram a American fuse into an English or a European car. And this car had a ton of wires in it that somebody had it figured out. The only thing I could figure out, it was one of them Back to the Future cars. Had flux capacitor and had a bunch of wood in here with 1,000 flip switches and push switches and things. It's still got wires running all over the top of it and in it, and I've cut out a mile of it already, and there's still more I keep finding that this car is modified. And I'm trying to get it back like it was. This is an early 75. This is one of the very first ones brought over here. And the factory that built these things was having trouble with their management and their labor. And they sabotaged the cars and done all sorts of stuff, the labor did, what time they weren't on strike. And you can see the panel gap weld there where they was gooping that up. They just barely soldered that together. And it's supposed to be undercoated in here, but this is just bare metal, most of it. It's a yellow car, originally a mimosa yellow. You can see how much paint they wasted on it. They pretty much just sent it out bare metaled. And anyway, they didn't they sent 20 something of these cars over to the debut of them. Let me put that right there. Maybe you can see me. Hopefully you can. The debut of them, they sent 20 something of these, some odd, what they called it. And out of the 20 some odd they sent, I think 8 of them ran. 8 of them was actually good enough to drive. So they was having some labor problems and management problems. You can't just blame it on the labor because it was a new plant. And anyway, you can read all about that if you want to. It's just one of them things. And I'm the lucky guy that got one of the ones that was throwed at. Instead of putting them together, they just throwed them together. And the only excuse I can give you for me wanting one of these things, and this is the same excuse I use to myself to trick myself into getting stupid stuff, is because I say, well, I don't have one, so therefore I need one. And really, that's ignorant. But here I'm sitting in it. And it's got a ton of wires just everywhere. The old car runs good, but it needs a lot of attention, and I can't give it the attention it needs a lot because I'm trying to get my Herald finished, or at least as close to finished before the snow flies as I can. But on days, I've been puny for two weeks maybe. The world gets away from me. I've been puny for a while with this dadburn cold, and it went through my head And now it's milking in my chest. So excuse me. Boy, that sounds good. Can you hear that? Solid as a rock. I'm okay. Whew, that'll make you dizzy. And so I'm sitting here sweating in the car in the sunshine. And I think it's Wednesday. What's that thing say? December 4th. Whatever day that is. And trying to fight this cold off. So I'm doing as much as I can for it, as little as I can. And getting over it little bit by little. But I can't just lay up in the bed all the time. I have to go do something, even if it's wrong, and it usually is. So I was out here, I just rewired this thing here. And watched a few videos on my phone because my computer is out of gigabytes once more. And that's about the state of the union here. Oh, I got me some good tea. This came from Yorkshire. Well, it said Yorkshire tea on it. From my wonderful British brothers and sisters and stuff. I get this stuff. And it's good. They even got me one of them teapots. And you just hit a button and it boils the water. You can say boil if you want, but it boils it. Boils the water. And then you pour it in here with a couple tea things in it. And about half a cup of sugar. And it's good. And that warm tea helps my throat and everywhere else. It's good for you and it's good to you. And I think that's about what I've been up to, is rolling around in the in the room, doing a little piddly stuff out here. I shot a pumpkin the other day. Yesterday. Shot a pumpkin yesterday, and when I was shooting it, the neighbor came up on his tractor. Oh, here he comes. So I handed him the gun. He shot the pumpkin. So we both shot the pumpkin, and I filmed it, but you know, I feel a little gibberish with all these gun videos that I put on. It's fun, but then it's not so fun. I don't know if I feel guilty for having them or enjoying to shoot them, or if I don't want to offend somebody by shooting a pumpkin. And I guess I'm just too sensitive. Excuse me. Don't catch this. I mean, watch this video at a distance, please. And another interesting news is what I'm doing is the first week I got this crud. It was raining, and it rained for 4 and 5 days. It rained so hard the animals started pairing up in front of boats. And I've got a 74 Ford four-wheel drive that some of you have seen in some other videos. And it is just covered up with limbs and bushes and brambles and stuff. You can't hardly see it. But I've been looking at Volkswagens, and Mr. Peak has been schooling me on it, and he even sent me a book on it, and I've been reading it. And why a Volkswagen? Well, I don't have one. That's why. And do I need one? Yeah, I probably need one. I need one of everything, actually. But anyway, I found a Volkswagen, and he wants my truck to trade for it. Well, I've been trying to get this truck ready, and it hadn't run since '82. And I've been trying to get it dug out of the weeds, and the carburetor's froze up on it and some other stuff. But I throwed some gas in it, and it's fired and started and all that other stuff. So it's going to be all right. But now I lost the title to it. I can't find the title to it. If y'all know where it's at, let me know. I've got probably 50 titles to cars that I have and cars that I used to have. All the way back to the 40s. I'm not that old, but it seems that way. But I don't have a title to Old Nubbin, which I called him. And I can't find it. But I may find it still yet, because I haven't been able to gather up strength to go to the shop and look there, because that's probably where it's at. So that's got my Volkswagen stuff hung up like a dog eating peach seeds. So that's on the boil. Or no, it's not on the boil. It's on the whatever. It's on something. So that's a good bad thing. Lots of things in life is got good bad things. And I don't have to tell you that. You know that already. Some things, most things are good bads. Like, I don't know, this little baby tool, like the one Mr. Peak and everybody else uses. A salesman gave this to me because I bought like $18,000 worth of chemicals off of him. He gave me this. Ain't that lovely? That's how state government works. And this is good. But it's bad too because it's so flimsy it can't hardly work. I mean, you can pinch a tick, but if you pinch something harder than a tick, it won't work so good. So it's good, and it just enough tool to make you want one. So that's a good bad thing. And I don't know. I guess that's about it. Y'all need anything or want anything done or said or thing, just comment and I'll do it. But I need to get better, and I need to keep this out of the stuff here so that I can breathe and go on. Oh, it's a good way to lose weight. And that's not a good way to lose weight. That's another good bad thing. I've lost 8 pounds with this crap, which is good and bad the way bad is in two. So, good bad. That's about all. Oh, I'll do a commercial. 100 years ago, I bought one of these things. Plugged it in. I was all excited. Man, it works. You can go forward, backwards. Excuse me again. And the light comes on when you hit the button to show you where the screw is. But your eye has to be right here to see the screw. Anyway, and you can hit this button and it whoops around like that, and it makes a little pistol thing. You can go that's the good thing, and it's good to play with. It's good in this plastic here, but it won't run a screw into the wall. It won't take something loose that's tight. It's weak in that respect. It goes backwards and it goes forwards, and you can lock it and you can bust it loose like that. But anyway, that's the way that's the thing. I plugged it in, and I've been using it on this little plastic car just for the fun of it, because I can pretty much twirl and you can too, twirl a regular screwdriver, faster than this thing will twirl, if you know anything about screwdrivers at all. So, I just wanted to get out here and to see the world again outside of my little bedroom in there. And that's about all the news that I can convey to you. So I'll have to say sorry not to y'all, and I love yous. And y'all have a happy and a wonderful holiday season and everything. Whatever's next. And I'll get mended up and do some real stupid stuff around here for you again. Because that's what I do. And I don't know, there's a lot of stuff on this cart, but I think I'm gonna go in and do something else. Watch Care Bears or something. Okay, I love y'all. Bye bye.